MT Studios, baby.
I'm Dunsey.
I'm Gags, and we hope you're going to enjoy this edition of Mulligan's Island. Mike, what do we got this week?
Well, we usually start talking about weather. Boy, the weather.
Scorcher.
It was hot yesterday. It's as hot as it's been all year.
Yeah.
Followed 3 hot days up north.
Right.
So it was brutal.
Right, and my golf score melted down. Yeah.
So did mine.
Yeah.
So did a lot of them, as you'll see when we get to the scores.
Right.
Really, there was some good matches yesterday.
One of the feature matches was our current first place team versus the Lawyers, Cam and Fred.
Yeah.
Let's take it out to the course and see how this match started out.
Let's see what they had to say about it.
Hey, boys.
Yes, sir.
Big match today, huh?
Talk to him. Taking down number 1. We're going to do our best to help out the rest of the league and bring them back to the.
Yeah, we could use a little help. They're out there.
We'll do our best.
Look at your opponent smiling and laughing back there. I think he's throwing some stuff at you, Cam. What do you think, Sammy?
New territory for us, man.
Yeah, we're playing the first place team, and we both have to give strokes.
No, I get a stroke.
No, you don't.
I don't.
You're given.
I'm giving it to Sammy.
Yeah, this is wrong.
I'm giving
This
you
is
a
wrong
stroke.
on every level.
Okay.
No, I'm giving you a stroke.
Okay. He's giving me one.
So Sammy's giving you one, and you got to give Doc one.
But I'll tell you what.
Oh, Doc? It's just Chuck.
Year after
Doc.
year after
He's
year.
retired. He's no longer a Doc.
Okay. So they're talking about the handicap being kind of bullshit when you're playing the first place team. They're thinking maybe you should be giving them strokes. What's the thought there, Sam?
I am giving him a stroke.
Oh, just one.
He's 11 handicap. I'm a 10. How many more do you want me to give you?
Well, the other thought was that he wanted to figure out what hole he could use it on. He wanted, change it to whatever hole.
The lawyer in him came
Yeah,
out.
the lawyer in him, he was negotiating.
The flex handicap
Yeah,
system.
the flex handicap.
All right, Mike. As you noticed, there was some difference of opinion on handicap in that match.
We've been doing this for how many years now, guys? Your handicap is what your handicap is. If you think that you shouldn't be given strokes, then you should quit golfing so well. But none of you want to do that. No. You want to get strokes and be a better golfer than the guy you're playing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Anyway.
Sammy disagreed, though.
Sammy did disagree.
Right.
Sammy called it the way it is.
Yeah.
Then he started into his stretching.
Oh, yeah. He's got a new stretching routine. Since they've been in first place, they're taking it a little more serious. They're stretching. The mental game is there. So let's take a look at Sammy Physical Therapy Part 1.
Can't wait.
Sure he does. His wife might.
Well, now that he's in first place, Doc,
That's right.
he's...
Well, but that's not his go-no-go club. That's his go club.
no, but look at the look at the regiment he's got going now.
Oh, yeah. He's got a regular...
Oh, yeah, first place regiment.
He's got a regular routine he goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Finding muscles I didn't know I had.
When was he? Pop up.
Oh, I think we're seeing the no-go club.
That-
So the stretching paid off, Sam. Oh, you overstretched. Oh, there's the reason they're in first place right there. Well, Mike, as you can see, sometimes you stretch so much that you pull a hammy or something. So I think Sammy just needs to adjust that exercise program, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Well, after all the stretching and the complaining about handicap, their match turned out pretty good.
It did. Brunken Miller did beat them, but in a close match, 22-18, one of the closest of the day.
Right.
Joy and Keskis, who beat Dozy and Morano, 22-18. Tim Joy, man, he's having a year.
Something else.
He's having a year.
Something else.
He beat Mark Dozy 17-3 yesterday. Unbelievable.
Wow.
And Mark didn't. I think
Wow.
Mark shot like 44 or something.
Does
Wasn't
that
bad.
put him in line for some kind of award down the road? We'll look at that later.
You never know.
Yeah.
And an even closer match was you guys.
Yeah.
21-19.
No
minimum
thanks to
margin of victory.
Jimmy. Nope.
Gagliard and Horton over O'Neill and Yaquinto. 3 ties yesterday. Baldwin Hill
Mhm.
and Warren and
Oh, wait a
James.
minute. Baldwin Hill. Let's go and see what they had to say.
Let's
There's the 2019 champs. How we doing?
We got a ways to go, don't we?
Got a little work to do. The past champions, as you heard, they're down a little bit this year. They're
down.
still sporting the flag though.
They're still sporting the flag,
Yeah.
living in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They are in 20th place,
Bon
and
Jovi.
they didn't make up any room this week because they tied with Mr. Van Horn and Mr. Musson.
JBH and good one.
Paffhausen and Ragens
Speaking of ones.
also tied with English and Fry. And Schaff and Thomas, the Daves, tied with Florio and Mundros.
And that's a feat in itself. That right there is a true example how that handicap system really, really comes into play.
Let's just remember, Florio and Mundros gave them 33 strokes as a team. And Schaff and Thomas took advantage and tied.
Yeah.
What a great round.
30.
So,
Anyway.
those were the close matches. There was one match which was pretty one-sided. Two subs, Ryan Riccardi, and who was playing for John Birchler, and Dave Birchler, John's brother, who was playing for Scott Kapler.
A lot of Birchlers going around.
Took down Batts and Lynn 29-11. 29-11. That is a beatdown.
That is pretty close to.
No, it isn't.
Oh, we have someone else. Back up the bus, boys. Who is it, Mike?
Bartnicki and Dunn.
They beat down the Johnsons.
The Johnsons. 31-9. That was the
Beatdown of the week.
Now, I took a lot of abuse yesterday afterwards, saying that, we picked on the two old guys and everything. Well, here's a fact for you. I shot 53. Chris shot 53. We were 15 over net as a team. That was second worst in the league yesterday. You know who was worse? Johnson and Johnson, who were 24 over. They shot 63 and 70. So, sometimes you just need a little luck, catch somebody on the right day. We played about as bad as we can play and still took 31 points.
That's one of those weeks. But also within that group, after the beatdown of the week, there was another award given out on the same foursome. And that would be Hacker of the Week. Mike, who was it?
Hacker of the Week was Darwin Johnson.
Yep, speaking of your Johnsons.
He was a net 49 yesterday. Net 49X, actually. And actually, it was net 49XX because he had two X's yesterday on his card.
He double X'd it, huh?
And he back-to-backed it because Darwin was our Hacker of the Week last week also.
Wow, a repeat Hacker of the Week.
By the way,
Mike, this brings us to seems to be our new segment of the week. It's a public service announcement, a PSA. What's this week's PSA, Mike?
this week, Jim Scheibel is looking for a Callaway 8-iron, which he lost 2 weeks ago. If anybody has it, check your bag. If you have an 8-iron that you didn't have 2 weeks ago, please bring it to golf next week and give it to Jim.
Yeah. So if someone's actually not returning them, they currently have Horton's A-wedge and Jimmy's 8-irons.
So the heat, coupled with the lakes, kind of made the scores go up a little bit yesterday. We only had 3 people who shot 40 or better. We start with Marty Rapson, who seems to be one of the...
Weekly.
Yeah, he shot 38 yesterday. Nice round, Marty.
Does he ever fall off?
Not really.
Okay.
He's one of the few that never fall off. Waite and Ward shot 40 each. And that was it for low gross.
How come they're not in first place by every week? It's Waite and Ward, 40, 38, 37, 37, 38.
It must be the handicap system.
Never mind, Mike. Don't get started.
So let's go to low net.
All right, Mike. Who was this week's low net winner?
Low net for the 3rd time this year, Tim Joy. Tim Joy shot 48 on the lakes yesterday.
His handicap.
He's a 17 now. He has reduced his handy. He's the most improved player, handicap-wise, of the season. Dan Bondar and Fred Hill shot net 33. We had
He thinks Fred doesn't get a chance to see his ball.
8 guys shoot net 34. We'll run them on the screen. And Warren Musson, congratulations, shot net par 35.
35.
Everybody else was higher than that. So yesterday in the Sheeny Bowl, there was only one winner.
And you know what? This gentleman's been playing better since his hernia surgery. So I don't know what they took out or added or fixed, but he is
Dave Shaft is who we're talking about.
fat.
He got the only skin in the Sheeny
Something
pool
going
yesterday on hole number 7 for $105. There's a $30 carryover going into next week, so sharpen it up. In the Wardo pool,
Which is no
organized
yes.
admin whatever pool, Marty got a skin on number 7 with a birdie. He got $28 and he donated it to the beer fund.
See, now that's what I'm talking about right
Now,
there.
I don't think anybody bought my beer. I know Mark Baldwin picked up the first pitcher we had, but I had to pay for my pitcher, so somehow it got donated to a beer fund, but not mine.
Your particular.
That's
beer
okay.
fund.
And Doug Ward got the other skin with a par on number 8 for $27. He said there was no admin fee.
But was there any beer fee?
The admin fee got donated to the beer fund, a beer fund.
The last week's, the stretching and all of the stuff that the first place team did, they dropped just down a smidge, but they're still in the contention. How's our standings look, Mike?
Looks like Joy and Keskis went back to
They
the
went
top.
back, yeah. Well, Jim went low again.
This time they have a 3-point lead
Mm-hmm.
on Bears and Stukel, who dropped back into second only. But that just goes to show, everybody kind of probably thought Joy and Keskis being on top was a fluke thing. Here they are back on top.
Like a good racehorse.
Paffhausen and Radgen still in third place at
Yeah.
174 points,
With his
5 points behind
Fourth
third.
place prediction still holding true.
It's stretching out a little bit there at the top of the leaderboard. Rapson and Scheibel only a point behind in fourth with 173.
Yeah. Once Jimmy gets on his boat tour this year, and then they bring in super subs.
And then, surprisingly, only 1 point behind them in fifth place, Barnicki and Dunn. With their big beatdown last week, it jumped us up from 10th to 5th. On the bottom, in 20th place, is our defending champions, Baldwin and Hill.
All right, in the crapper.
Bonder and Sarabian
19th, we're moving up, man.
are in 21st. Bats and Lynn are on the
Not
bottom.
that tough.
That's about it. That's all we got to cover this week.
Right, but
for,
I think the
Mulligan's
weather's going to
Island.
stay hot.
Oh, it's supposed to be hot again next week.
All right. But most of all, everybody have a happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to all.
I'm Gags.
And I'm Dunsey. And remember, Will Rogers once said, long ago, when men cursed and beat the ground with sticks, it was called witchcraft. Today, it's called golf.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye.